You're not Ryan Gosling, you're not Patrick Bateman, you're not Batman, you're not Thomas Shelby, you are yourself. Guys, we have an epidemic on our hands nowadays. Everybody's trying to be something they're not. It's this distinction, this isolation between who you actually are and wanting to be somebody else, right? I made 2 videos already and 1 short about these Sigma male men, and I'm not going to get into that a lot, but this Sigma male movement is a warning. It's about everybody trying to be something they're not. So let me tell you a story from my life. First year of my psychology studies, I was depressed. I was anxious, and it was just a dark time in my life. And one way I shielded myself from the world, the way I coped, was that I pretended to be somebody I'm not. And for me it was House, from House Medical Department TV show. It's a character who's intelligent, introverted, doesn't get along well with people, but still appears to be charming. He's a genius. He knows how to talk his way out of every situation. And I wanted to be like that for some reason. And so I pretended to be like that for a whole year. And of course I didn't make any friends. I didn't... Everybody, all of my student friends thought, not friends at the time, but just student people who were with me, thought that I was the serious man whose life is suffering. That's what was my motto. Life is suffering and nothing else, and I need to endure it and just exist in the suffering of the way I feel, not trying to change my situation, nothing. And everybody viewed me as very serious, right? And even I went on a date with this one girl during the first year, and on our second date she already said, I really like you. I like one side of you. When there's a glimpse of me being extroverted a bit and talking like how I'm nowadays are, the true self. And then there's this another persona, like she could see that I'm somebody who's very serious. Well, at least I pretended to be. And she said she doesn't like it. Something is wrong. She felt it. And of course nothing worked out of that, and it's okay, because that gave me some kind of a perspective. And so on the second year I tried, okay, maybe I should let go a bit, let go of this pretending to be somebody, and just try to be what I'm usually are. And people who know me know that I'm extroverted, I'm outgoing, I'm talkative, I can talk with random people, it's fine, I'm humorous, I like to make jokes and stuff like that. And yeah, of course, on YouTube here, it's also might seem that I'm very serious. Like, I'm as perfect as I can be. I'm always on my nofap. I'm always on my work ethic. I'm always grinding. I'm always being productive. I'm always being this and that. But guys, this is not real. You know? What I put out here, it's the best. Except for now, let's say. Now I'm just, without any script, without anything, I'm just being real. Right? And we have so little of that nowadays. It's all fakeness around us. And so I think it's important to look back in yourself, because in the past I would always do this as well. Like, I used to quote a lot of people, I used to look up to a lot of people, and I still do. But the main problem is that there's no critical thinking left. You don't think about, let's say you see a quote and you're sharing it, it's like, wow, this is deep, this is good, and it's okay to do that. But you're not trying to apply it to your own life, to apply that philosophy practically to your own life, how it works, because everybody, now I understand that everybody kind of works in a different way. And one piece of advice, one quote, one philosophical idea could be used differently amongst people. So let's say, I don't know, what should we take? Like, Marcus Aurelius was my idol for a long time, and it still is. But Marcus Aurelius and other Stoicism figures like Epictetus, when you read Epictetus, especially the Enchiridion, it's all about the Stoic has to be silent, he has to be always listening. He can't go out to parties, he can't do this, he can't do that. No pleasure, you shouldn't care as much about your family if that will compromise your moral compass or whatever. You know? It's something that one person was, and then you try to apply it to yourself exactly like that, and of course it doesn't work, because you're not like that. You're something else. You're different. And this thing that we have nowadays of just looking at these figures, trying to adapt and be exactly like them, especially young men do this. It's impossible. You have to stop comparing yourself to other people, and you have to stop trying to be other people. This is the main point. You know? When you find a philosophical idea or a quote, try to implement it in your own life, how it works. Don't just try to quote it everywhere and think that you're smart. You just take the idea and whatever circumstances you're in right now, and then apply it, because it's gonna work a bit differently than how it works for another person, right? And yeah, the other thing about comparing yourself to others, it's impossible to actually live the life of others. So you look at a few people, you probably know a few people from your life who are more successful than you, more better looking, have more money, have something that you don't have. But they're your age, and it's very difficult to not compare yourself to them, because, well, you think that you're in a similar circumstance as them, so why are you not like that? But in reality, you have to improve, you have to try to reach for success in whatever field you want, but you have to understand that it's your own journey, you know? It's your own little steps toward that. And maybe you're gonna be successful in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't matter, you know? Because it's your life, it's your journey, it's not somebody else's. And comparing yourself, especially on Instagram, especially on the social media, where everything, again, like what you see here, you think that I'm this stoic guy, very philosophical, very disciplined. No, I'm not always like that. I try to be that as much as possible, but of course I have my own flaws. I'm human. A lot of people don't understand that they're human, because we have all this superficial glare of these characters, these TV shows. We're like living inside this virtual world, right? We're not experiencing reality. And reality, what? Success. It takes a lot of time. It takes patience. Very little steps. Like, for example, I looked, because now I have a chicken coop. I built it with my grandpa a few months ago. It took 1 month to build it, but when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be 1 week or something, maybe a few days even, because I was watching Instagram Reels or YouTube videos about the chicken coops. I thought, okay, it's gonna be easy. No, it's not. You wake up every day and you work for 6 hours or something like that. Every day, you wake up and work on the chicken coop. And then you have the result. Now we have it. But it takes a lot of time, it takes work. You're not gonna get anything quickly, right? So that's the message with this video. Stop comparing yourself to others. Realize that you cannot be like other people. You have your own journey, you know, and implement what you get from life in your own life, right? Don't think about just trying to be somebody else. That's the message with this video. Thank you for watching.